$5,000 in appliances. Promotion runs from April 1st to July 9th. Draw date the 14th of July 2025. You call 639-8375 to make your appointment or visit the branches at Canby or Bonaccord or email loans@mpcutobago.com or visit www.mpcutobago.com. Approved by the NLCB. Special conditions apply. It's the mid-year loan explosion at the Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Don't delay. Apply today.
The time is now 8 a.m. This time check is sponsored by Lambeau Credit Union. Always here for you.
Campari. Red Passion. Embrace the mix.
Campari Red Passion, full action, this is Red Passion. Embrace the mix, add Campari, make it turn and twist. Add your chaser in your drink, Campari Red Passion, make the nicest mix. Campari!
Campari Red Passion. Embrace the mix. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Men, women, tired of the invasive, painful old methods of testing prostate and breasts?
The Institute of Health and Fitness Clinic and Wellness Center offers comprehensive and non-invasive diagnostic testing, which indicates the nature and extent of diseases and tests your nutritional levels. Our quick testing can identify early signs of problems by evaluating many of the bodily functions, such as male and female sexual function, gastrointestinal function, liver function, kidney function, thyroid function, heart and brain function, and also cancer testing. Results are comparable with other medical lab tests without the use of needles or embarrassing specimen cups, and is pain-free. We also offer all natural treatments. Visit us now at number 79 St. Vincent Street, Tunapuna, or call 492-7397 or 289-6363.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio. Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Trinidad, let's do it.
White Oak One Caribbean Music Festival.
Indian Arrival Holiday Weekend.
Saturday, May 31st at the Queen's Park Savannah, Port of Spain, Trinidad. Coming to shake the Queen's Park Savannah.
From Ghana,
mega superstar Molly.
Dealing with the body, of course. Oh, you're dealing with the boss. If we break up, yeah, you know that it's a loss.
The king of dancehall, Vibes Cartel.
Love it, I go rub it,
and you rub it and you rub it like a genie in a buckle. You them love.
The Queen of Steam, Lady Leva.
Lady Leva. Don't have a ring and they don't have a mister. Hands up, let me see a finger.
Get your tickets now.
Secure your spot online at islandetickets.com, frontlineticketing.com, or OneCaribbeanMusicFestival.com. Call 794-6263.
White Oak One Caribbean Music Festival, Saturday, May 31st at the Queen's Park Savannah.
Powered by California Stucco. Sponsored by FT Car Care Center and B-Mobile.
Just rewind, let me shake it to the max.
Think you've got the spark to light up the airwaves or the drive to seal the next big deal? The Street 919 FM is on the hunt for fresh voices and bold talent. Whether you're a natural-born entertainer ready to command the mic or a savvy sales star ready to crush targets, this is your chance to shine with the station that defends the nation. Radio stars bring the energy, passion, and charisma. We're looking for dynamic personalities to electrify our airwaves. Sales executives, if you're a go-getter with the hunger to succeed and build lasting relationships, we want you on our team. Show us what you've got. Send your demo or resume today to thestreet919fm@gmail.com and take your shot at greatness. The Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Join the movement. Become the next big thing. The wait is finally over. The Street 919 FM is powering up its digital presence with the launch of its vibrant new website, www.thestreet919fm.com. Now you can take the energy of the street with you wherever you go. Immerse yourself in a dynamic world of the hottest music, thought-provoking talk shows, exclusive interviews, and non-stop entertainment. Stay informed with the latest news updates and essential information, all just a click away. Don't miss out on being part of the Street 919 FM community online. Head over to www.thestreet919fm.com today and experience the rhythm of the street like never before.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to 12 noon and every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health performance and disease. Join him as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079 or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com. Remember, every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to 12 noon and every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Brotherhood is required. Brotherhood is demanded. Brotherhood is obligatory.
Black man, get up. Black man, stand up. Black man, you better listen.
So there's a need for brotherhood.
Black man, get up. Black man, stand up. Black man, you better listen. Black man, get up. Black man, stand up. Black man, you better listen.
Brotherhood is demanded.
Black man, get up. Black man, stand up. Black man, you better listen.
Brotherhood is required. Brotherhood is demanded. Brotherhood is obligatory. Brotherhood is essential, it is urgent, and it is compulsory. But the time demands brotherhood. Whenever the dominant white society fears for its economic future, racial tensions are always aggravated.
Welcome back and welcome to the second hour of the Black Agenda here on the Street 919 FM. Going up to 9 o'clock on this blessed Saturday morning of May 24th, the day before African Liberation Day, and all roads lead to African Liberation Day celebrations tomorrow at the Kwame Ture Center from 12 noon. This is also the 7th anniversary of the opening of our doors, because it was actually on May 26th. Really, it was May 25th when that first event took place. 7 years ago, in 2018, that we officially opened the doors of the Kwame Ture Center after being under construction for 2.5 years. Of our unity. And you know what came back to mind recently? I remember at the time when we were building, really one of the most memorable moments of my life, and arguably the greatest achievement of my life, along with our colleagues. But I remember there was one particular Hindu leader who was and has been known for attacking our African community. I mean, for decades, really. I heard him tell blatant lies about myself on television and radio. Imagine that. Never sued him. This is a country where people sue you for all kinds of things. Even for speaking the truth. People sue you for speaking the truth in this country. And this gentleman, well, just for clarity's sake, Mr. Satmaraj, I heard him say at least 4 or 5 occasions, and that was before we had AI and all of that. He said David Muhammad has trained in, and he listed these countries: Iraq, Syria. Remember those 2 countries in particular. Iraq, David Muhammad trained in Iraq. I guess that's probably to try to scare people and learn tactics to bring back to Trinidad and Tobago to divide people. Up to that point, I had never been, not even to Saudi Arabia, nor Africa. At the point when all those things were being said, I'd never traveled to neither Africa nor the Middle East. This man was saying, but anyway, the reason he came back to mind is because he used to emphasize in berating the African community that we don't build anything. Always used to say, you know, African people haven't even built a foul coop. That's what he used to say. African people haven't even built a foul coop. And I remember hearing those remarks while we were building. There's another person, Muslim, believe it or not, who has similar attitudes towards the African community. And you see, they like to say to each other, but they also like to put it in our heads that we cannot build, that we cannot do business, that we cannot be leaders in finance, in banking. They try to put this in our heads, that we are to be leaders in culture, sport, entertainment, and security. But when it comes to business, banking, trade, commerce, finance, building, real estate, property development, they try to put in our heads that no, y'all need to step aside and give that to someone else. They try to inject that thought in our minds. And again, I mean, gosh, it's so sad. It's sad enough to make you cry. That if you're supporting a political party, you'll get that almost from both sides. Obviously, one side more than the other. But it's like they deliberately try to injure the aspirations of our African children. So, see you tomorrow, 12 noon at the Kwame Ture Center. So let's open up the telephone lines. 342-0081 and 466-5391. Let's open up the lines. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Brother David Mohammed. Dr. Brother David Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
I am President Trinidad and Tobago Villager. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Nice to come in.
I think you need to turn your volume down on your radio a bit, if it's up.
Far from it. But I don't know. I went far on it. Small thing, but let me see how we could do it. Your subject this morning is very nice from the excerpt and bringing in the position of Traore and Mama Posa. Nice. We have our circumstances here ourselves. You bring in every way that, and show too, because there's a thing that I and you have to talk about after getting the last answer some time ago. Where you really not being promoting no side, definitely. You are not that. I just always see that, always hear, recognizing it too, because you can't even afford, I see it in my mind, and I hold you to that. I want to cut the thing short quick, because what I want as the society investing in the consciousness of Africanism. We now have, and I will promote this, we now have a Kwame Ture Center. That center, for me, could do a lot for African people. Yes, it's true. Many of us African people not see it. Because maybe it's Muslim or maybe it's this. We have a lot of people who don't really like that concept. But the position is there for us to develop ourselves. One of the things I want to do, and I don't want you to be no politician. I don't need you to be no politician. And I don't expect that you're going to be as much as you tell me already and tell us, you ain't going there. But still, you are an organizer, you are a teacher, you are a person who try to tell us so much things about what we could do to develop ourselves as a people. What I want is to get an organization developed from that Kwame Ture Center. May not necessarily be political, but yet still it's going to be in a political concern. For Imam Fuad Abubakar have a position. I ask him, I don't know how much he will care to move towards it, because everybody have their own thought and idea. But it must be done, and I ask him that you encourage it. That is my point. Encourage that organization to be big. I keep on talking about 12. You have 9. You know what I'm talking about? The 12 ministries. On the end of it, it's going to be 12, because whatever adding into the two to make up that circumstances of falling down a shadow governmental system towards or versus the ministries of our country. That is something that must put, and I will continue here in saying also, because of it, you educated enough, you know why you have ministries. That the ministries of Trinidad and Tobago We must stop putting representatives to man ministries, but that representative must stay in the representative position that we put them in and hire ministers to man ministries. I want to go into the cabinet and all of that because all the legislation committees, we don't want to go all this yet. But we have a position to deal with where many of us don't understand that it is our upset to have what we have as the representatives acting as ministers. That is a chaos. I could see as a dance in this society that is a chaos. Why? Plenty educated, illiterate can see that. If we don't change that, then we will always have a representative eating at the crop. While we as a people, and if we all are shadow government, with the 12, you know, the 12 are talking about whether we like to talk it before we spoke about what, or month to month, we hold that. When we hold that, we could maintain accountability, responsibility, ethics and everything towards the ministries and also the representatives who in that time will be able to concentrate on the councillors and our communities. My brother, we go talk it.
Yes.
I know how much I could talk, I know how far I could talk, I know how I could carry this. I in that tomorrow, please God, as serious as it is. We are in that tomorrow, Trinidad and Tobago, as serious as it is. Because we must support Traore. We must.
Thank you, my brother.
Right, thanks.
All right, 342-0081 and 466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Brother Mom.
Yes, sir.
Brother Mom, you know, I'm observing a vision, right? And this is something that I think people should take note of. And they haven't taken note of it. Let's go back to about 2009, right? Within the education system. Didn't it, when children pass certain exams, they used to be like 23,000 and up, right? But if we check over the past couple of years, we would notice that basically the numbers has dropped to 17,000, 18,000, and things children who sit in exams. What happened to, nobody is checking about what is happening to these thousands of children that are not going for the exams. But I was listening carefully during the elections, right? And in La Hakota, Tolporo, and in San Fernando and other places, and other constituent people are saying the young children want jobs. But I ask myself, Brother Mom, if these are out of the same thousands of children that their parents were not seeing to that they go attend to get, go to common entrance and pass on or whatever it is and move on to other things. That is one part of the thing. No, but a moment. Also, I was watching, I say I'm observing, right? No, on this station, and I said it plenty of times, and people seem to be attacking you, and they doesn't understand this position. I said, and I keep saying, I have over 4 billion people following me, Brother Mom, right? But the purpose of all these people following you is for through what I does, right? That is basically doing predictions, and all my predictions has come true. But in the war, what went on with Yemen, and I said, I saw what was going to happen, and basically it happened, and Trump, all these things, right? So it keeps increasing my following list daily. No, I heard just now the gentleman was speaking about the dream he had about before the election, right? And I'm going to connect something that I start seeing from yesterday. Now, it is known in this country that basically that the East Indians has most of the contracts, and I could say about 95% of contracts in this country. from cleaning banks, doing whatever it is, right? But they, right now, they still doesn't want to understand, and their hatred of people. No, but a moment, didn't used to say they had 5 major religions in this world, right? Zoroastrian was one of these, right? When you study Zoroastrian ideology, their ideology was basically purity and the sort of don't mix in blood and all these sorts of things, right? And what happened to them, Brother Muhammad, isn't there in the extinction? No, we have white supremacists around the world, and basically we have other racial groups, right? But if we check basically what happens after a period of time, if we keep in checks of these, we'll notice something, that basically their numbers start dropping around the world.
Right.
They're not becoming fertile. Yeah. We don't ask ourselves, why is that? Because the same thing, that's why we have, they introduced artificial intelligence, and they start looking at ways to produce, right?
All right, thanks a lot. Very important thing to consider. Caller, good morning. Caller, are you there? Caller.
Yes, Brother Muhammad. I'm still here.
Oh.
Yes. I just made a pause to connect.
Right, yeah, I'm sorry. We tried to connect another caller in. Not sure what's going on. But yes, but thanks. We got your point. Appreciate it. Just have to move on.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning. Are you there?
Morning, Brother.
Yes, go ahead, please. Caller? All right, I'm not hearing you, so let me try and clear off everyone. All right, so let's start again. Good morning. All right, for some reason, not hearing you. Don't know why. Caller, good morning.
Peace be upon you there, Brother David.
Yes, greetings.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Come home with Mr. Wayne. Brother David?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Kudos to what is going on in Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
The land of the upright. But I want to draw a little parallel between like what has been happening regarding the advantage that is taken on the resources of the country, and some of what happens here in our own country. It seems as though just a handful of the people really benefit from the resources of our country. And the majority just seem to be rock back. We seem to be none the wiser as to what's really happening. And I think your program does a lot to awake the consciousness in this area. So dear brother, we just want to wish you strength, and from strength to strength. I understand we have an African Unity Conference tomorrow, please God, and we hope we turn out there in mass numbers. Yes, sir. Have a blessed day, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. Really very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yes, let me try this other line again. Caller, good morning. All right, let me see. Can I figure this out?
Brother David?
Yes, I am now.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
You hear me?
Yes, I am.
Morning.
Oh, goodness. Yes.
Morning.
Yes. Yes, go ahead, please, caller.
Morning.
You know what's strange about this? A lot of times people call in and they listen to the radio when they should not be listening to the radio. But in this instance, caller should be listening to the radio to hear if he's being heard. Yes, we're hearing you.
Morning.
Yes, we're hearing you. David? Yes, we're hearing you. Go ahead, please.
You hear me?
Yes.
I'm hearing music. Morning.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So
hello.
We are hearing you, but apparently you are not hearing me. So I'm going to disconnect that call. Yes, good morning.
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hello?
All right, there's something wrong there. I can't seem to figure that out. So you could try the other number, all right, and you should get through. Yeah, because the call's coming in on that particular line. Can't say exactly which one it is, but you can try the other number. So our numbers are 342-0081 and 466-5391. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, go ahead, please. Can you hear me?
Morning, Brother David.
Yes, go ahead with your contribution, please. This can't be that difficult. Just go ahead with your contribution, please.
Morning.
Yes, we're hearing you.
I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you.
Well, wait, so with all of that time, you could have gone ahead with your contribution.
I'm not hearing you.
Yeah, we did that about a good few times. Next caller, good morning.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, can you hear?
Yeah, well, I'm hearing you.
Right.
And I'm hearing all the callers, I'm hearing them, and I don't know what they're doing. But
well, let's not blame them. I mean, sure.
But David, I want to say something.
Technology.
You said something, they say something, at least they always say we can't do business. And they push it in our young head, and we believe that we cannot do business.
Yeah.
But I want to say something. As a young country, every community in Trinidad and Tobago, the shop, parlor, the gross, all businesses run by people. The stores from a river to Port of Spain, all African juggies, owned and operated. Even Winifred Artwell's father had a drugstore in Tinapuna. He wanted it to be a druggist, but she was interested in the piano. Alchemist, green drugstore, the whole first, as far as I know, was African druggists. Today you can't find one of them.
Yeah. All right, I hear you. We have another break coming up, so please stay tuned.
You got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
White Oak One Caribbean Music Festival, Saturday, May 31st at the Queen's Park Savannah, featuring the greatest gathering of entertainers in the world. The King of Dancehall, Vibes Cartel.
Trinidad, let's do it.
Representing Trinidad and Tobago, Chutney Soca King, Ravi B. With full band.
The girl them hot up like Papa in the party.
KMC.
You see this, yeah. I'm playing again. I'm whining again.
The Queen of Steam, Lady Lava.
I'm not body builder. I'm not building no man for future.
Pretty. Get your tickets now
at all cachet outlets, Solera Wines and Spirits, Big Life Apparel location, 519 Restaurant and Bar, C3 Mall, San Fernando. For more info, call 794-6263.
The King of Dancehall, Vibes Cartel, the legendary Sizzla Kalonji, from Ghana, mega superstar Molly, and much more. White Oak One Caribbean Music Festival,
powered by California Stucco, sponsored by B-Mobile.
Share the lawn. Share the lawn. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
All right, let's get straight back into where we left off. Our numbers are 342-0081 and 466-5391. Our lines are open. And of course, now, caller, if you're hearing me, I'm seeing your call coming in again. Just go ahead with your contribution. I'm going to answer the phone. Go ahead with your contribution. Okay? Whether you hear me or not. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead.
Morning. Morning, Brother David.
Yes, good morning.
Hello.
Go ahead with your contribution, please. Sir, go ahead with your contribution, please. All right, I'll have to disconnect you again because you're just not... Well, you're listening to the wrong thing, I guess you could say. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Dr. Mohammed.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes?
I'm hearing you now. I'm hearing a sound.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead with your contribution.
Hello, Dr. Mohammed, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Well, I'll go ahead then.
Go ahead.
A caller recently said that now the SCA numbers, the students, are like 20. It was 23,000, now it's 17. I can go further back. I remember it was 33,000. Over 33,000 children used to be sitting the SCA exam, and now it's like 17. So the numbers have been dropping rapidly over the years. I would just like, that was all I would like to say for now.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And I mean, SCA numbers should not be dropping, but I know that from later adolescence, you have a number of streamlinings into different programs. For example, they changed the post-primary. They opened the life centers. Children are being sent through regardless of SCA results. And then you had some of these other junior programs designed for young people, you know, centered around national service and so on. All right. Caller, can you hear me? All right, let me take this one. Caller, good morning.
Thank you very much. And President, good morning. I'm calling from Grenada, and I'm enjoying your call. Thank you very much. I can't speak too long on the phone because I don't have respect, but I'm enjoying your program. I just continue.
Oh, man. Blessings to Grenada. It's been so long since I've been there, and I miss Grenada so much. I spoke there at the National Museum last time I was there. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning again, Brother Mohammed.
Yes.
I hope you are hearing me.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. No, Brother Mohammed, there's not only basically the school system. If we look at basically along the East-West corridor, the amount of alcohol, I think there's a lot of people are not basically maybe thing, but if you're moving around and you're looking at a lot of the people through their facial features, you can see the deformity, the aging, and things from alcohol. We need to have laws that go back to changing where you have alcohol is sold any day, any time. Thing. Then basically there's another epidemic that is happening in this country, and it's a largely African community along the East-West corridor, which I hear them speaking about now is basically gambling addictions, which the disease and it has now to deal with in the farm thing. So yeah, I looked at basically and I said, well, basically this is something like what was started in 1970 when the Black Power was started to get up, and then basically they used other devices. Because if we look at internationally, and where sometimes they use drugs and other things in war, as basically to weaken the other sides, basically people, so that basically you cannot get recruits for armies and all these other things. You know, Brother Mohammed, as a basically has international connections. Basically, as I said, I have over 4 billion people that follow me, which is universities, all kind of law firms, senators from in foreign Congress people, even State departments, this year, all of them seems to be start because sense of my, as I said, my predictions are basically and the accuracies of what is happening around the world with these natural disasters and when it's going to happen and all kind of thing. I even called in on this station here the same night when basically we had the earthquake here, and the host who was playing the music wanted to know what it is I think, and I just cut off and I left him there. But basically, afterwards I heard him say that the security was running upstairs, straight up and thing. So this is basically in the thing. Now, this is something that I start seeing these days in visions now, where basically there's a lot of accidents and we see it happening. But this new thing that I'm seeing now is basically where people on buildings and they're just falling down from off the buildings thing. Just as I see like cars running into people, exploding on the highways, and basically trucks running into people's homes and all this sort of thing. These are upcoming basically events that basically is going to be happening here in this country and basically around the world. Just as how basically I'm following also the Palestinian, just as Torre, all of those are there in my following list. I brought it up first there, and but something is interesting that I'm looking at. Nigeria did sign there was a takeover the refinery, but Nigeria is a member of BRICS. Venezuela and Cuba now are members of BRICS, and basically end up thing. But there is a video on YouTube which stated now that basically that Russia is in charge of the oil, is taking over the charge of the oil, because basically BRICS and them are not dealing with US currency and are moving around the US system, where China has digital payments, so they don't really use the moving around the American system without Now, so what I also want to know, if it is that basically I hear the government has stated that they go in there and they're having it seems like they signed the agreement with America, because America is stating now that basically they must be in charge of your infrastructures, like TNTech and all those things, because that is part of what they offer aid in Africa and things. But you have to leave out China and all those sorts of things. And so I want to know, I'm looking at basically, we will end up in the this trade war, because I see that the government is leaning heavily with end up to the Americans. And most countries now are leaving out America because with the sanctions, and people doesn't seem to be understanding what is going on around the world with these sanctions, and a lot of countries now are going to changing over their currencies into gold, soon a lot of gold reserves and all these sort of things, because they are looking at basically. But if you get a thing with America, because then they are pulling out their monies out of America, the bonds market and all these sorts of different things, and America. Where people put currency, their monies into the American system, and they give in the thing, because a lot of countries, China, all of them, and Japan, all of them is pulling out from there. So I wonder, what is going to happen to us down here if we do not have anything a connection with BRICS, and basically we have to depend on America and what is going on now in America with this trade war. And I heard Donald Trump again started up that he's good, but I think he started up now with 2 other countries that he going to put 50% tariff on them and other things. So,
all right, thank you. Thanks a lot. And let's hope that here on the Caribbean side, we do become more aware of the kinds of joint causes we should be identifying and aligning ourselves with. Because BRICS, again, the BRICS currency, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, it's growing, it's spreading, other countries are getting involved, and let's see what the future of the Caribbean holds for that. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
I was listening something last night with Donald Trump with Sarah Poser in South Africa.
Yes, we spoke about that earlier.
Right? And he was there to to America, and the white farmers and them that come across to America from get the invitation from Donald Trump, stating that the black farmers are taking away the land from the white farmers and killing them. And Sarah Poster tried to mention to him that, look, you have 3 parliament members is white, so the problem is not black farmers taking their land from the white farmers, it's equality. But he sidetracked that and make it look like the white farmers being attacked, and discriminating. What do you think about that?
But we spoke about that. I can tell you tuned into the program late, because we spoke about that in the first half of the program, and it just goes to show that if President Trump is openly declaring from the White House that he is making a priority over seeking the interests of white people, even though at least I'm sure 99% of the murder victims in South Africa are black, but he's concerned with the 1% white, that should be a message to us that we must also seek our own interests. He is saying, let's make America great again. President Traore is saying, let's make Africa great. He's not saying it in words, he's saying it by his actions, but we are examining justice and the reversal of systems of injustice. They are trying to make America great through discrimination, unfair deportations of immigrant communities when the entire country is immigrant communities. So yes, it's something that we must continue to observe. And we're going to be talking about that tomorrow as well at the African Unity Conference. But thank you for bringing it up again. Caller, good morning. Yes, caller, we're hearing you. Caller?
Good morning.
Yes,
Dr.
go ahead,
Mohammed.
please.
I'm not hearing you, but I'll go ahead and speak again.
Good.
Earlier on, you said something to the effect that East Indians try to convince Africans over here that we cannot run business. It happens in the schools as well. The teachers try to convince the children that they are only good for the VAPA subjects, that's creative arts, the drama, music, art, and whatever, and the business studies, and they try to steer them away from the science subjects. That has been going on a long, long time now, with the result that the medical fraternity has a particular composition, and I think it starts in the secondary schools, and then it gets even worse when African children are denied entry into the medical faculty. Very few get in. They're taking a token few, so it wouldn't look obvious. But it happens. It keeps happening. And there's nothing being done to stop it. Regardless of which government is in power, it continues to go on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Brother David.
Yes, go ahead, please.
I'm gonna...
Go ahead with your contribution, please, sir. All right. Good morning.
Morning, Brother David Mama.
Yes, good morning.
Brother David Mama, there's a trend going on in this country for the longest while, and nothing has been done about it. This police killing in this country. For the longest while, for the past, they said, 3 to 4 years, the police have been shooting down these young black men and them. And most of the time they claiming one thing, that this guy pulled a gun at them and they had to use of force. Now, what is going on here is that the police made this statement and no investigation is being done on this situation.
Yeah.
This country is the only country I know in the whole wide world
police killing people, and no investigation has been done. Right? The police saying that the man put gun at them. We don't know what is the situation. Sometimes these police and them have grudges with young black men, maybe woman problem and all this sort of thing. Right? Personal situation these police sometimes have with these guys and them. And they could get them gone down easily. And no government officials take these things very seriously, because you know why? Because most of these political parties, when they get in government, their solution to the crime problem is for the police to get to kill these youth men. That is the crime problem, the crime situation right now. No? That is how they're solving crime in this country, shooting down these young black men.
And there's this view where it seems that there are those who, even if they don't fully believe it, there are those who are convinced, they're convinced that the more young African men that they kill, the less crime will be a problem.
That's the crime problem.
They don't link it to the fact that there are conditions and situations in the society that act as ingredients that cause and produce the crime problem. They don't see that. They just see that there are, say, 762 criminals. If we kill 62 of them and reduce the number down to 700, there will be less crime. Without realizing that, no, you're reproducing more crime by the unequal distribution of wealth and inequality of opportunity.
And the sad thing about this, David, is that the politicians promoting it. Because when you listen to Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa about go after them, pull the clip, and all this other gun talk. Look, even when Stuart Young, down in his judge there, he start talking about some other police service he want to create to handle the crime situation. He want to create an elite squad, he call it. That elite squad is a killer squad he had intention of bringing in this country. And I'm listening to this Alexander as well. All I've been talking about the violence. You know what's sad in this whole situation? They think that this violent crime these guys committing is the only crime in this country. What about the politicians who committing all kinds of corruption? What about these things?
Yeah.
What about kidnapping? These things are not no priority in this country, you know. All they're talking about is this youth and them committing crime, they killing one another. That's all they're talking about. We're in a very sad situation with this police killing in this country. And the thing, the police saying that they're not wearing no body cameras. You ever hear that?
And I'll tell you something too. One of the probably moves that was made with the least consideration was this intent to give out firearms licenses. Now, let me tell you this. If they give freely or without much obstacles firearm licenses in this country, listen carefully to what I'm about to say, the murder rate might stay the same or even slightly go down, but the homicide rate might double or triple. Understand what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying? If the new government gives out gun licenses at will, like they said, the murder rate might go down, but the homicide rate might double or triple, meaning that there would be less killings that will be acknowledged as crimes. But there will be much more people being killed. The only difference is that they will be considered to be lawful killings. And that has always been the case with the history of Trinidad and Tobago. The rich, middle class, and above elites have freely been able to access gun licenses, and anytime anyone is caught on their property, found trespassing on their businesses, or around their real estate in a way that it looks like they might be trespassing, they can kill them and get away with it. Now, if you're broadening or expanding that option to kill people whom you are suspicious of, uncomfortable with, or nervous around in the name that they were a threat, then the amount of killings will increase. The only difference is they won't be considered crimes. And that's exactly what's happening out there in Palestine with Israel. Israel are killing hundreds of people every day, including innocent women and children. But they are simply using the excuse, well, those people were a threat. Or the hospital that we fired a missile at and killed 600 or 700 people, there was a terrorist hiding in there. Or the school that we just blew up and killed 400 or 500 children, there was a terrorist hiding inside the school. Or the apartment block where we just killed 100 families, there was a terrorist in there. And because of the way that they are justifying their murderous, bloodthirsty genocide, those by some are not being considered war crimes or even crimes against humanity. And it's that same thinking. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan called it justifiable homicide. They twist, turn, and distort the law in such a way that when you kill black people, it's not a crime because of the circumstances. And I am saying to black people, don't fall for that trap. Because when they circulate guns in our community, no matter who has them, it could be whites, Chinese, Indians, Africans, Syrians, Portuguese. It doesn't matter who has the guns. We are the ones who will be the victims. And that's a fact, beloved. All right, so time is on us. We're almost there. Caller, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes.
So good to tell you morning.
Good morning, sir.
Love and blessing every time, you know. It's a long time in the region.
Yeah, but you just have a couple seconds, my brother, though. I'm really sorry.
Well, I keep on telling about the revolution, but the revolution goes
right.
on.
Well, come out tomorrow to the Kwame Ture Center, African Liberation Day. We're going to be talking about the revolution. We're going to be talking about the mind revolution. We're going to be talking about our unity, our strength, our togetherness, our oneness. And then afterwards, at 3 o'clock, we leave the Kwame Ture Center and we're heading to support our family on the Brian Lara Promenade with the open rally in support of President Ibrahim Traore. So from 12 noon tomorrow, Sunday, May 25th, at the Kwame Ture Center, we gather together for African Liberation Day.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International